We love hip hop.
Because this whole thing has been going on with the whole Hells Angels thing over there in Vancouver.
I eat that thing that.
There's that artist Icarus who got into the issue with Rick Ross. Rick Ross responded.
He a real nigga though.
You know Icarus?
He a real nigga though.
He followed me. He followed me back on Instagram.
Yeah,
I was like,
He a real nigga.
Live stream coming soon.
I tried to DM him. He hasn't responded yet.
He ain't gonna respond to your black ass.
But Rick Ross responded, and let me see if I can find his response. I'll go up on academic stage.
I say that because they don't need clout. He doesn't need clout.
No, like with that whole thing, right? He was playing Not Like Us. It was already covered a multitude of times at this point, right?
Yeah.
But man's got offended. But here's what he had to say as far as
it happened over there. Let me tell you something. When the first dude stepped up to Rose, the little short fat one that looked like Bam Bam Bigelow from wrestling, when he stepped up, and then I squat down in his eyes and told him what I said. Basically, boy, if I hit you, I'm gonna see everything you ate for the last 2 days. His balls dropped out of his ass. He never said another word. He never did nothing. He was a straight buster. Then the nigga behind him said, I know MMA.
Real white guy thing to say still. Won't lie.
And then I got hit with a drink. I'm still convinced ain't no nigga punched me. Somebody said, Rose, the nigga tried to punch you. He hit you. I say, nah. He had to throw a drink, because throwing a drink would have been way more disrespectful than screaming, I know MMA.
That is funny.
Ross is hilarious.
That is funny.
So Mercules actually responded to that whole Bam Bam Bigelow thing too. All right. And I'll pull up Mercules' page. Big salute to Mercules. Because Mercules got himself wrapped up in this. And I don't think he wanted to be. Mercules is not into the whole mix-up thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he likes to watch in the comments and not even in comment too much, but he got himself into this. Okay?
He was right there when it was happening.
But not only that, Mercules and Ross have been having a back and forth that has been low key, not really covered in hip hop like that.
Really?
Yes. It's a Mercules versus Ross thing, and not people haven't pinpointed that. There's videos now coming out about it, right?
Yeah.
Salute to AGB to Don. He was like, you need to look into the Mercules versus Ross thing, because Mercules put comments underneath Ross's underneath Drake's thing when Ross first dropped the Champagne Moments, and he said something and he dissed him, right? Or it was maybe under push-ups or something. But when Drake and Ross were kind of going, when Drake took the shots at Ross, Mercules made comments about that. And then from there, I don't know if there's been like an underlying beef that we just don't know about, but I don't know what Mercules said at that time when they were back and forth. There's no audio, there's audio, but we don't hear Mercules. And he's right next to the Icarus guy.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch back that video, you see him pop up right there.
Yeah,
and
he walked away.
There's words that come out of his mouth too. Nobody knows what those are.
Get him.
And now he's posted on his shit.
And I'm thinking about the event that happened over there.
Right? He posted this with the same thing we just listened to, and himself with the Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, that's funny. That's a funny way to deal with it.
And his Avi is Bam Bam Bigelow now.
Yeah, he doubled down.
There's a Ross Mercules thing going. And keep in mind now, Mercules not just Mercules. He's Death Row.
He's Death Row now.
He signed on Death Row.
He West Coast.
And not the Suge Knight Death Row.
No,
he got Snoop behind him, West Coast legend. So he's got
Long Beach.
He don't have no issues in the West Coast, I would imagine, moving around. You know what I'm saying?
No.
With this whole thing here, right? The Mercules versus Ross, Drake, I guess people, he was liked a lot of the comments or liked a lot of the videos of Ross getting his ass kicked or his people getting his ass kicked. Is there any problem for us over there in the United States? In certain, not maybe the whole United States. I'm sure in Wichita we're not going to have no problems, but like certain metropolitan areas, like if we're in Los Angeles wearing OVO clothes and saying, hey, will we have an issue? And I'm really seriously asking this.
No. You're saying no?
No.
Remember B3 said he had the OVO gear on and he had an issue.
Yeah, but he did that on some purpose stuff, kind of in a way.
Yeah, but
like people should be able to.
No, but doesn't matter if he went out of his way. People should be able to wear OVO clothes no matter where you are, fam.
No, you shouldn't.
Why not?
Because there's rules to this rap shit. Where the hell did you get that from? This man, if you go to LA right now and you wear red in a blue neighborhood, you could get your ass killed.
So you're telling me there's people in New York that are putting away their OVO clothes because it might be them taking a side?
Or they might not wear certain
shit's expensive,
brands.
fam.
Maybe
you gotta put it away?
Yeah.
Niggas in LA have it too, fam. They had a store over there at one point. It's not there anymore.
Yeah, brother.
Hold on, that needs a sound effect. Right? However, no, before this all popped off, that there's something happened to that LA store. Yeah. But they had an LA store because people were purchasing OVO clothing in Los Angeles. You're telling me everybody in Los Angeles who bought OVO clothes is putting them in the freaking closet now?
Only reason why they were buying it then was because he had the song with YG, and then he had
but not only the gangsters. I'm talking like little white kids bought OVO clothes. You think they're putting it away because they live in the valley or whatever, fam?
Yeah.
I think,
that's crazy.
You know what they say?
Gallery department. You got all the other stuff you could wear now. That's not gang affiliated in a sense.
Yeah,
OVO is not.
I'm not talking about the gangster shit. I'm talking about just any regular LA person.
But the clothing represents somewhere else. It does not represent LA. That is a Canadian clothing line. I'm not wearing it in LA. If I'm from LA, I ain't wearing no OVO. Okay? That's it. I'm not wearing no OVO. I'm wearing what is from LA or what is from wherever what I like to wear, but I'm not wearing OVO right now because of the fact I'm from LA. My rapper is Kendrick.
What if you're still a Drake fan?
I'm still a Drake fan, but I'm not wearing his clothing because I wouldn't recommend it for me to wear, because now when I go around the hood or something, they might not feel me for that. Okay. I might because these guys, remember, they come from a different like situation than us. We're a bit more lighter on things. We're a bit more, hey bud, like it's all good, man. You know what I mean? That's what you can afford. That's what you can afford.
Yeah.
Oh, their clothes are cheap. Let's be real. Shit's cheap. So you can really adjust to your neighborhood and wear what's adjusted to your neighborhood. These guys are neighborhood organized. I'm not wearing OVO if I'm not from that block.
Okay. What are your thoughts on it?
I think you can wear whatever you want, but there's going to be consequences because it's not where you're from, it's where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So like, for example, like there's so many situations you could think like, oh, I could wear this back home, but when I come here, people want to beat me up. Or like if a woman dresses promiscuously here and then she goes to Afghanistan, oh, well, I can wear whatever I want. No, you can't. Not here. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you always have to be aware of like the locale you're in.
Local.
And like, would there be problems for us? I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna do my best to play like the white card if I'm in America and like I have my OVO stuff, like, oh, like I'm just visiting, like, you know, but maybe for you guys, because you're like in the scene and they might even try to press you just on some like, oh, well, where you from, dog? With me, they might just be like, who's this like white you know?
Well, what about, okay, let's take the OVO clothes out of the equation.
Thank you.
Now, what about just, you know, it used to be a thing, you put your patch on your backpack, the Canadian patch, and it makes it better when you go from place to place.
Yeah.
Right? Including the United States. Right? Like, oh, you're Canadian. Okay, you're cool. Do we have to take those patches off our backpack when we go to places now?
No,
never.
No. Not the flag.
As far as the hip hop culture?
No.
Like people in the culture be like, oh, you're Canadian?
Nah.
What you listening to? What's in your, what you got in your phone? What's your what's your top?
Let me see your Spotify. Let me see your Spotify.
You can slide out of it by just being like Kendrick, right? You can slide out of it.
Look, you see, I just listened to Kendrick 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, like,
mostly West Coast rappers.
Yeah, that's it, right?
R.I.P. Drakeo, right?
Yeah,
no.
Right? No, you know what I mean?
I'm just saying because like they're making it like you come here and you play not like us, and there's a problem. Rick Ross, even though he's antagonizing the crowd, technically you shouldn't have a problem playing a song. If I want to play devil's advocate.
It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. Like, it's probably so natural for them to play that song because that's what all the DJs are playing in the States.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're not in Toronto, we're in Vancouver. Like,
No. Ross was antagonizing. He plays that song at the end of all his sets. Like, I'm going against Drake.
Yeah, we team Kendrick or whatever.
Yes, we team Kendrick. But like, that don't fly over here. That song doesn't ring off the same over here. It doesn't tell us, Drake. No, it says all of us when we hear that song. No? Or am I off of that?
I started to think like that. Like before I thought it was just Drake, but I realized it's all of us because there's a bunch of parts in the song where it's like mostly just about Toronto, not even Drake. You know what I'm saying? or even his other songs. So I do kind of take it like it's a little distasteful for me. However, like, yo, kids do like that song, man. Like, even people from here like that song, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you look at the streams worldwide, Toronto, Ontario is probably, there's a lot of streams of this.
It's already been proven. It was like a high amount of the streams came from Canada.
Yeah, so
you know
good music is good music at the end of the day.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah,
it's
people
unfortunate.
play it here. There's videos of people playing it at parties that don't have issues, like they don't have an OVO man standing up there watching or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? There's only that one party where the DJ got kicked out.
And he didn't even really get kicked out.
Exactly. That didn't happen a whole bunch of times. And then, you know, the whole thing with Cypher Sounds, who didn't play it neither.
Remember y'all were dissing me saying pick and choose when Like That came out? I predicted this exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, like, bro, I'm not going to play that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's disrespectful to our guy. And then everyone's like, oh, you're picking and choosing. It's a hot song. But now people are thinking like me. People are like, yo, I'm not going to play Not Like Us because I'm for the city. You know what I'm saying? But same ways, if it's requested, I might play it. You know what I'm saying? Pick and choose.
Like I said before, the song ain't that good.
It's a good song, bro.
It's a great song, but
it's one of the best diss tracks of all time.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You don't think so?
We love hip hop.